welcome to Gunning to Old Trafford with your hosts Ibi and Shady and our much awaited guest, Liverpool supporter Tahseen Dasoo. Tahseen, welcome to Gunning to Old Trafford. It's a pleasure having you here. But as you guys can see, I'm in the center here of a Manchester United and a Liverpool supporter. So guys, please take it easy on me, Ibrahim. Tahseen, take it easy on me.
We can't promise.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Liverpool versus Manchester United on the horizon. I'm gonna bring you in, Tahseen. What did you think about your guys' performance yesterday against Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace? And I have to make mention of that. So
Patrick was technically sound. I mean, the work he put in, the way they closed us down was amazing. Maybe Man United will take heed. I don't know. But United got their own issues. We're going to address it. I guess both teams are finding their way still in the season. It's still early days. But the United-Liverpool game always is a thriller and always much anticipated. So let's see what happens.
Correct. Ibrahim, your side, I'm looking for a humdinger on Monday night as a neutral. I think, at the end of the day, a match like this here is a lot of passion, a lot of heart, a lot of desire, something which United is lacking at the moment. But I don't know, what would you say going into such a big match? What do you think is going through the minds of the coaching staff and the players at United at the moment?
I mean, I'd just like to say, as a Manchester United fan, it really hurts me to see where Manchester United are. But on the opposite end, really gives me joy to see Liverpool struggling as well, and in the same boat like us. Obviously, they're a team that have been, really doing really well together. A really well structured, well oiled team with a really good coach again. And I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself when I'm talking about good teams, but that's the structure is really important. But I think they're really struggling to find their way without Sadio Mane. I think Sadio Mane was a big loss for Liverpool, and the last couple of games have really shown the importance or what he brought to that Liverpool team. And I think a Liverpool team without Sadio Mane coming to Old Trafford is a weaker Liverpool team. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I think it's going to be a real challenge for us as Manchester United because we've struggled against Brighton, we struggled against Brentford, and Liverpool could be using this fixture to get their season back on track. So not obviously looking forward to the game because the United-Liverpool game is something that we've always grown up with and really brings some good energy. But equally not looking forward to it because I'm scared of what to expect post that game. Liverpool's like a wounded animal at the moment.
Yes.
And Manchester United seem to be that easy prey that can get them back up and running. So excited but nervous.
I'd like to add something there. All these years going by from our childhood, United-Liverpool was the marquee game. It was the game that we all wanted to watch. But I find that it's not, it's lost that luster for us, Liverpool supporters. I mean, it's going to Man United. It's a sure win, or we're not going to lose. It's been like that for the last few seasons. I think United needs a total reshuffle, needs a new ethos, needs something to give them a kickstart, But let's see what this weekend has for us. Maybe
it's gonna be really, really, really exciting. Just to touch on, Ibrahim touched on losing Sadio Mane. As a rival fan, Sadio Mane was awesome, Ibrahim.
No, 100%.
Now you guys got a different dimension in Nunes, but can Nunes handle the pressure?
I mean, just before Tahseen gets on to Sadio Mane, now that he's no longer a Liverpool fan, I can actually really appreciate him as a footballer. He's one of the best footballers to come out of Africa. With Salah obviously, but someone that we can really appreciate. And just a quick comment, I actually met Sadio Mane when I was in Senegal. So we were both checking into the same hotel, 2:00 in the morning.
Wow.
It was Sadio Mane and Mambari Diouf And at that point, Sadio was still playing for Southampton.
Okay.
Really down to earth guy, really open. So him leaving Liverpool allows me to appreciate him more. So yeah, so sorry for jumping in, Tahseen,
Again,
but
I'm going to tell you, I might be controversial in what I'm saying, but Mane was a class player, but I don't think his loss will be so dramatic for us. Ooh. And I don't think also that he towards the end he was not the player that he was all the other season. I found there were few issues in the club. We don't know the finer details, but we could see that there was some kind of rift, maybe between manager and Mane, or maybe between the other players and Mane, but they weren't gelling well. And you get a cancer in your team. You guys know, you get a cancer in your team, and it spoils the whole team. Now Nunes, yes, we worried about whether he'll adapt and he'll be able to play at this level, but the thing is that he's brings a different
£100 million Nunes, right?
Right.
Yes.
But he's going to bring a different dimension to Liverpool. We have been accustomed to Liverpool coming with those three strikers, running at you, coming from the wings, that Alexander-Arnold, Robertson ball coming in. This is something else. You're getting a ball in with a taller player who's willing to attack that ball in the air. It brings us that dimension. So, yes, he needs to control himself. We've seen the incident last week. I'm sure we'll touch on it also. But the thing is that you have somebody that brings a different dimension. And maybe that's what can, it can make us maybe more versatile and maybe more of an unknown thing to our opponents.
Yeah, so I mean, just before you
Go
get
for
in
it,
there,
go for it.
I think I'd like to defer to Tahseen's point, and I'm no person to speak on Liverpool. I think coming from a Liverpool fan, he might be talking out of a some level of understanding of how Liverpool play, etc. But what I've seen, or the level that Sadio Mane brings brought to Liverpool Football Club, I haven't seen it in the last couple of days, and maybe that's just because your team is gelling. But I don't think someone like Nunes is a direct replacement for Sadio Mane, and he doesn't bring all of the attributes that Mane brings to a football club, to a football team. So personally, I'm really excited that Sadio is no longer at Liverpool Football Club, and that we don't need to face him any longer. From a Manchester United perspective, I believe Nunes was afraid to face Harry Maguire. That's the reason he got himself sent off.
I think the whole Premier League is afraid
He's
to
afraid to face Maguire at the moment. But
so coming into the weekend, I think Ten Hag is going to try and play counter-attack football, even though that's not his style of football. But he's quickly understood the quality of players that we have, the mentality of the players that we have. So I think, even though we're playing at Old Trafford, I think that he's really going to be really conservative going into the game, and try to pick out Liverpool possibly on the counter attack, and really try to bolster our defense in midfield and really build from the back.
I agree with you. If you look at Vieira, what Vieira did was pivotal to the success of Crystal Palace, where he closed down the players quickly, so nobody had a chance to take a shot.
correct.
And Liverpool, that's what they thrive on, getting their shots in. And the other thing was the counter attack. You get that runaway ball that gives you guys a chance.
Yeah.
I think if Ten Hag takes some advice from Vieira, they could get away with it. Hopefully.
Ibrahim, hopefully, wow.
Hopefully
Coming
for
from
you.
a Liverpool fan,
Hopefully,
you.
hey, it's getting hot here, guys. But okay.
and just on that, Abdul,
Yes.
I just like to touch with Tahseen on this. What's up with your coach and the odd excuses for not winning football matches? So
Yes, he started with it, eh? And he wasn't like that before.
against Fulham,
Gee.
it was the pitch at Craven Cottage was really dry, and I think Fulham's Twitter admin, put out a picture of the stadium afterwards, and it looked pristine. Really good grass. So trying to, and I know coaches go for, they try to find any advantage.
Sure.
But then so it was the dry grass one.
I think
and
the
then
play was a bit slow. If you look at the commentators were speaking that the play was very slow. It's not an excuse, but like you say, any sportsman gets some kind of priorities. They feel like they're more comfortable in this condition. So I don't know. That's an excuse,
but
And
Ibrahim,
what about the witches? So you felt like a witch visited.
yes, he said it.
After the Crystal Palace game. So
Jurgen Klopp, guys.
He's a legend.
He's a legend. But look out, just on the flip side, Ibrahim and Tahseen, and I'm just gonna bring in from an Arsenal angle. When Mikel Arteta, remember when we had to get rid of our captain Aubameyang at that time was I'm sure a top 10 striker.
Sure,
he was brilliant.
The Premier League. Yeah.
Mikel Arteta had to make a courageous decision. Yeah. Now you mentioned that there was a few behind the scenes problem with Mane, and in a way, this is what makes world class managers is when they make that courageous decision, sure. and you backed it up by explaining. Which I also not totally disagree, but it makes sense with what you're saying. It's a different dimension, but I also agree with Ibrahim that you cannot replace a Sadio
I think guys, we have to see it's too early in the season to tell.
Too early.
So let's see if he can fill the boots of Mane.
Maybe just to wrap up this year, Tahseen, obviously Liverpool aren't I mean they haven't hit the ground running. But like we say, it's a few new players, and also trying to play a different style of football.
Remember something also, the lot of injuries. We played with a lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. And I mean, you guys only have your Portuguese guy is out up front.
Jota is out.
Is out. You've got Nunes now.
Thiago out.
Thiago's out.
We got I think Keita had an injury the weekend or illness or something. So it's quite low.
So you're telling me Monday night is a heavy relegation battle, people? It's a relegation.
All of a sudden.
I apologize, guys. I apologize.
Remember when Wenger was out?
Cloud 9. Yeah, Wenger was out also. But guys, I won't lie. I always wanted Wenger.
So Tahseen, your prediction for the game on Monday night?
I'm looking towards a 2-0 Liverpool. A goal from
Mane, he's still thinking of Mane, guys. He's still thinking of Mane.
So Salah is giving you one goal and you're getting one from the midfield.
Ibrahim, I'd like to hear your prediction.
I mean, taking into account everything that's happening, so I mean, Liverpool aren't at a good place at the moment. They're also finding their feet, but like I said, they're like a wounded animal looking to attack. Manchester United have all of the on and off field issues. There's a protest planned for Monday evening to empty Old Trafford during the game, so we're not going to get the if that goes through, the players aren't going to get the support from the fans because there's a plan either not to enter the stadium at all or a planned walkout at a certain point. So with all of that and being quite realistic, I think definitely a 2-1 win to Manchester United.
Wow.
Come on,
wow. Okay. Do I get my prediction? Okay, guys. I'm gonna play it safe. They're both my adorable friends. I'm gonna go 1-1, a draw.
That's a better result.
Listen.
That's a fair result.
I'm playing it safe.
But our man,
I know Ibrahim doesn't want it.
Yeah, no. But the guys sitting at the bottom of the Premier League are talking about a win. I like that.
I don't know. Okay, so are you okay with a draw?
I think a draw.
Would you take a draw because you're going to Old Trafford?
I would take a draw. I don't think it's a.
He'll take a draw because he knows United are on. We're struggling at the moment, but this could be our
Ibrahim, you need to stop living in the United of the 1990s.
True that.
No, 100%. I think that prediction is me as a fan, but let's see. So Tahseen's gone for a 2-0. Shady's gone for a 1-1. And I've gone for a 2-1 win to Manchester United. When we do our review next week, we'll time will only tell who's true. Tahseen, before we wrap up here, any final words?
Just one more comment. So the supporters, the followers, how about you guys put your comments on the scoreline for us? Tell us what you think. Who's going to win? Or is it going to be a draw? Or are you supporting United or Liverpool? Let us see who's correct with that.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Yeah. So get into the comments field. And thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.